I'm here in San Diego, and I figured for this lesson I'd do one while I walk. And the lesson today, I want to talk about Twitter. So I'm gonna do a few videos on Twitter, but I want to give you an overview of how I see Twitter and how you can help your customers with their Twitter. So principle number one with Twitter is that Twitter is a tool that you can use a lot per day. Okay, each social media you're going to learn, each channel has its own cadence, its own rhythm. All right, so with Twitter, I'm starting with the one you can be the most active. It's basically impossible to post too much on Twitter. I would say the ideal amount of posts is 8 a day for most businesses. So your customers, your clients, there's, depending on their business, you can do more or less, but 8 is a good benchmark for you to do. And I'm gonna go in and make some more videos and show you examples and stuff, but this is the overview of how to use Twitter. So other platforms like Instagram, you probably don't want to post 8 times a day. YouTube, you don't want to post 8 times a day. Snapchat is the other one that you can post a lot, but it's more of a video app. So Twitter and Snapchat are your the ones you can have the most volume on. Look at this beautiful view. I hope that your main goal in being in this program is to create a lifestyle for yourself, not just not just live to work, but work to live. So going back to Twitter, one beautiful thing about Twitter is it's a great experimenting ground for your customers. Because you can post so often, you don't have to worry about every post being perfect, right? So you can post, let's say you have an idea for, a brand story, and you're gonna be learning about that in this program, how to create brand stories. That's one of the main values you're gonna add. Well, you need to know what story will hit the most. Great way to do it on is Twitter. Then you can look at which tweets have the most favorites and likes. So, hey, Craig, can you hold this for 1 millisecond? Thanks. I switch arms. So, for example, let's say you're doing marketing for a cosmetic surgeon or a restaurant. With a restaurant, you could do some pictures with different items on their menu and then look at the ones that get the most favorites and retweets, right? And by doing that, you can then go to the store owner and say, hey, on our website, to optimize your website, let's put more of, let's say, pepperoni pizza or whatever got the most favorites or retweets. You could do different styles for a doctor or dentist or cosmetic surgeon, different styles of before and after pictures for them, post them on the doctor on Twitter feed, see which ones get the most engaged. Do male pictures of men, do pictures of women, does liposuction, does all this. So it's a very strategic tool. Now, a few more points on Twitter. Twitter's not the absolute best monetization platform, meaning it's not the best place to post links to drive small businesses new clients. Rarely do I see it being the best. In fact, in some ways it's the worst. But it's the best for testing, or one of the best for testing new ideas and getting a lot of volume out there. So you're gonna be learning some apps that you can do. So you can post all at one time a whole bunch of tweets for your customers, and then these apps will time release them, so you don't have to be posting multiple times a day for your customers. You can just do it once a week, load everything up, and your customers' Twitter gets full. So this is the basic strategy. I want to give you just a quick strategy video, and I'll be doing these for each of the main channels, how to use them. Twitter is a loud channel. You can talk a lot. You can post every 10 minutes or every couple hours. You can test new concepts and look for what gets the most favorites and retweets and what gets the least. So it's a great tool, and I think every business should have one. Obviously, a pizza restaurant isn't necessarily going to have thousands of Twitter followers or tens of thousands, but If you can tell a cool brand story, you might be able to get them a decent following. And remember, one of the things you're going to tell your customers is that, listen, even if Twitter isn't something that's going to drive you a lot of new customers, we need to have an active Twitter, because when people Google the name of the business or the doctor or your client, Twitter will show up on the first page. It ranks well. That's called organic search results. It ranks well in organic search results, so that it gives the business a reputable feel to it. You know, one of the things that you're going to help businesses, when I go to assess a business before I go to that company, I Google them. And if their Twitter feed hasn't been updated for years, it looks bad. So by you managing their Twitter, you're adding a lot of value indirectly. Like I said, it won't be a direct income source, but it's all part of the package. Other things you do will help them. All right, we're back at the car. Watch for more videos on Twitter.